I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one in the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill more, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back there, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Somebody call for the queen.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, 75 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, this has been a quick-start offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone? Well, they just set the tone right there. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 76 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
There goes Melvin Gordon. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. He knew what else he should do. If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Ravens have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Melvin Ingram getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Over, over! Over, over! Over, over! Over, over!
4th down. Here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 31 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Linebackers still often control defenses, and C.J. Mosley does exactly that for his. A Pro Bowler 3 of his first 4 years. Not only can he run and hit, he diagnoses plays so well, feels them out, and makes sure his team is organized and in the right spot on each and every snap.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, a guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go! 1-9!
Back to throw here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it into the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the Ravens taking the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your...
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go! Brand 38!
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go! 190!
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on.
Let's go!
I think he likes natural light best.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle. Maybe you're high.
We played a quarter here in the AFC Championship game. It's a close game here early on. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On is the Chargers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure... Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 54 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
He'll look to throw. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Now Gordon on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
The backup Rob Kelly, his first carry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go! What? 90!
They'll set up a throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
He's got a man. It's Williams. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Come on, let's go!
They'll look to throw. Allen's got it over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Come on, let's go! What? 90!
He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 6 yards away. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen.
They've got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Come on, let's go! What?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going underneath for Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Just kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
They'll set up to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks as always. 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
He'll buy some time right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go!
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Gone!
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He finds Beckham complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. A first down carry for Barkley. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's a give to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff to Barkley. And now running right through it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at him. We've got him now.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, it's Collins. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.